Hello, everyone. I'm not sure this has started yet. Okay, I think this has started. Hi, everyone. I wanted to just get on here and do this video because I said I would, and the day is moving past, and I can sense the procrastination about it. So I said I'd just come on here without really having prepared anything, but just there are a couple of things um, on my mind, moving through me, where I'm at the moment. So I thought I'd share those and also just say hello, and it's nice to see you all and to be back on here sharing. It feels a while since we've done the Expression Hub together. Um, so yeah, where I'm at right now, my business is kind of officially started in a way. I had been waiting for a grant to come through actually to officially start it, so it came through last week. So I find myself now, with the go button has been pressed, and so I feel a little bit more pressure to really take action and put myself out there. And as you will know from what I've spoken about previously, my area of work is uh, still in law, as holding myself out as a lawyer and a mediator. However, I feel like it's not traditional legal service. It's more holistic and heart centered. And I find that I'm still trying to find the words and the expression around what I really want to do and offer to people. And for me, it feels like it has to be so close with who I am, my own truth and my true expression. And of course, yeah, the expression side of it has been the thing that is, I find very challenging because I really want to be as truthful and I suppose vulnerable and honest as possible. But of course, that brings me into a very shaky place. And also, I find that that combination with being in law is kind of a strange combination because in law, typically, you do present a kind of a hardened exterior, tough exterior, polished, professional. That's what you do, and that is understandable as well in a way. However, I'm also interested in shifting that paradigm a bit, and so I want to. I don't want to hold myself out in this kind of polished, professional kind of rigid exterior anymore. So how do I bring both of those together? And that's, I feel, what, yeah, I'm exploring at the moment. Before so I haven't really I started putting myself out there yet in writing or in video. Um, but one thing that a reflection I think that I've been having these last couple of days and that has been useful um, has been about. So I don't know if many of you are familiar with the Gene Keys. Anyway, I won't go into it in too much detail if you're not. You may have heard of it, the Gene Keys. Um, it's a combination of the I Ching and astrology and lots of different things. It's a beautiful system for understanding. Um, and I One of the keys that I was reading recently was about the movement from constriction to acceptance to universal love. And um, I feel like over the past 2 more years, actually probably more than that, my life has felt there's been a lot of constriction, and I know I spoke about that also in the Expression Hub. Constriction, kind of heaviness, restraint, pushing down, not being able to expand. A lot of just in various ways through outer circumstances, but also on an inner level, everywhere, just kind of constriction and heaviness. And yeah, manifesting sometimes as a feeling of depression and tired, a lot of tiredness. Um, that's also from having a young child. So there's just been so many circumstances and reasons for that. Um, but something I read was useful, and that was about trying to just go with the physical sensations. So I'll just read a short piece that I read from the author of the Gene Keys. Allowing is very powerful because it begins with the physical. Whatever we're experiencing in life, however hard, bring our awareness to our physicality, to the sensations and discomfort in our body. Never mind about our feelings or thoughts, they'll come later. We begin with the physical, we just allow our body to feel what it feels. So, for some reason lately, this has been entering into my body more easily, more deeply. I've been able to just feel this, that perhaps one of the reasons for this long period of heaviness and constriction, which I know we've experienced also on a collective level, through the pandemic and everything, just feeling it in the physical body before it goes into thoughts and emotions and everything is powerful because I can feel it almost uh, pressing me down and shaping me. And I can also feel that deep sense of acceptance. And in that deep acceptance, a kind of unraveling of the constriction, kind of a freedom starting to come in. And so, yeah, what I want to say, I suppose, to wrap this up is the connection between that and the idea of practicing law and how constrictive law is. So, law is an outer representation of the constrictions that we feel in our lives. And most of the time, it evokes a lot of fear and resistance, and we don't like it. And um, we just want someone to, resolve it and get away from it or whatever it is. That's the feelings around law for me, both practicing law and also from people that I have met, clients, etc. So how do we kind of unravel the feelings that law brings, the law and regulations and legislation, and how do we unravel that into a greater um, unravel the freedom and the love underneath it. So it's just an exploration I'm having at the moment, and something that I'm trying to shape, I suppose, through expression into what I can offer in this space. So I'll leave it there. It's gone on to 8 minutes, so it's a little bit long and probably sounds a little bit muddled, but thank you for listening and great to have finally done this. Bye everyone.